So you've got a high growth strategy here. What's the secret sauce in a high growth fund like this?
This is Trillions ETF Master Chef, where we interview the chefs of the finance world on their hottest investment recipes.
Welcome to Trillions. I'm Joel Weber.
And I'm Eric Balchunas.
So who's joining us today?
Today we have Shayna Sissel, and she is a in-house model portfolio maker at Spotlight Asset Group.
Hey
Shayna, here
Hey
she
guys.
is.
So you have many different portfolios and you brought us one. What is it?
So I brought with me today our Spotlight Dynamic Capital Appreciation portfolio. It's one of our more aggressive portfolios. Our advisors tend to use it with our professional athlete and influencer clients.
And so I'm assuming young person, it's going to be heavily towards equities. What's the balance between equities and fixed income?
It's 90% equities, 10% fixed income, but it can go 80-20 or 100-0, depending on what we think the market's going to do.
And what's the secret sauce in a high growth fund like this?
It's all about properly weighting the portfolio for the risk we want to take. Because honestly, we're looking for portfolios that have less risk than the market, but that perform better.
So let's take a look inside this portfolio. What's the base?
So we start with very low cost passive ETFs. So IVV, IVE, EFA, and then we layer on top of that more active, slightly more expensive opportunities.
You have large cap value, IVE, but then you have mid cap growth and small cap growth. What's the logic?
Small caps and mid caps are areas of the market that have broadly underperformed for quite some time now. And we've started to see that break out. So we wanted to focus on small and mid cap as a result. And we chose growth because when you look at the grand scheme of growth versus value, in the value small cap indexes, you get a lot of junk. That's where all the stuff that's going bankrupt is. And so there's more opportunity to have higher quality and hence less risk when you're more growth than value in the small cap space.
How do you decide how many ETFs in a portfolio is the right number?
Well, there's an art and a science to that. So we look through our portfolios often, see like, do we have all the exposure we want? And sometimes, we do this active passive dance. And we always keep those core passive low cost portfolios. And then when we think active makes sense, we're gonna put some active in there, but we'll always have that foundation.
You have athletes and you have influencers as clients. I'd assume they're into crypto. Are you getting them exposure and how are you doing it? Are you overlaying it on this portfolio?
We're absolutely overlaying it on the portfolio. We're very fortunate to be able to work with OnRamp, which is offering advisors in particular this interface to allow us to see our clients' crypto holdings. A lot of our clients already own crypto. That's already a space that they're in, and traditionally, because of the privacy and security of the keys that are necessary to access crypto assets, we can't have their key. So the OnRamp interface allows us to see and manage their crypto assets. But there's other ways too. There are some private funds out there for accredited investors, and then you have the grayscale products as well. So there's different ways to get crypto exposure, and for clients that want it and need it, absolutely, we're definitely finding ways to layer on top. This is a good foundation in which we can layer these much more exotic exposures on top of.
So you put all this stuff together, shake it up, have a meal. What does it look like? What does success look like for this portfolio?
Success looks like, are we in line or better than the benchmark, and are we doing it with less volatility and less risk? And thus far, we absolutely have been able to succeed in our goals there.
Shayna Sissel, thank you so much for sharing your portfolio with us.
It's been a pleasure being here. Thanks for having me.